they are talking about. So for the viewers who are watching this, in January 2006, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan came here to the city of New Orleans to witness the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina and to use his voice to fight for the right to return for the citizens here in the city of New Orleans. There's a documentary, not a documentary, there's a lecture that the Final Call has that has footage of the minister touring the Ninth Ward. And when he toured the Ninth Ward, the minister, as soon as we hit that area, the minister broke out in tears because it's just the devastation. It was just something he said you had to see. You can see it, one thing on television, but you had to see it. So in this believers meeting, which was a very powerful believers meeting, you know, the question was asked about assistance for the believers. And thereafter, the minister asked that those who were in need of assistance to go ahead and submit their requests. And these are just three of those who actually submitted their requests for aid or for assistance. So what I think I said, we're going to start with Brother Mujahid, then we're going to go to Brother Roosevelt, and then we're going to go to our sister Rhodesia, who's going to talk about just the assistance that they actually received. And we'll start with you, Brother Mujahid.
So yeah, that whole process was mixed feelings and controversies, because as FOI, you know, we live to contribute to our minister, to our nation, and we interpret that as serving God. So to ask the minister to do something for you, even as legitimate as it was a real mixed feeling and controversy. So you try to be as conservative as you like, I can do without this, I can do without that. You know, if it was a government form, you'd be like, I got this, I need this, I need that. But it was like he was trying to be very conservative. And I remember you knocked on the door and handed me that envelope. And man, when I saw the minister's signature, what I thought about, I said, the minister had to have said my name for at least a few seconds. He had to have known who I was to write. Now, this is the man who we travel in the world to protect. You can't come in this region and we not mobilized to move. And as young men, we were jumping in cars. We didn't have no money. We staying in hotels. Everything was centered around serving the minister. I'm guiding my whole family to follow this man. And now I got a check in my hand with his personal signature on it. Forget the dollar amount. Forget that just his signature, it really brought me to tears to know that the minister signed that check, knowing me and my family was in need, and did that for us. But the crowning event, you know, I dealt with a lot of passive aggressiveness as a convert to Islam throughout my family. So being around my dad in one of those type of environments, he said, what did your minister and the Nation of Islam do for you all for Katrina? And when I showed him the check, because I didn't tell him, I just showed him the check, and his face expression, priceless. May Allah be pleased with us. He's not with us today, but from that day forward, he never converted to Islam, but he never challenged my commitment to Islam. He never challenged the minister and who he was, and his respect for the nation transformed in that one seating, in that one setting, that engagement. So it was a very powerful, it wasn't even about a dollar amount for me. It was just the fact I just was blown away that the minister saw us, my family, me as significant. So that was the impact that the minister's charity had on me and my family.